Hey, 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 what's up? What's up, everybody? I am back. I'm gonna dish out another couple of videos today in the midst of writing a paper. Yes, I'm just weird like that, and I get bursts of energy like that. Taking this little break helps me more than you could ever know on my papers. Trust me, I just can't sit there for hours and hours. I have to do my stuff in spurts, and that's how I do when I study as well. I have to do it 20-30 minutes at a time. Then I gotta go fold a basket of laundry or something like that. Then I come back to it, go take a shower, come back to it, and I do that until I'm eventually done. So hope everyone had a great, wonderful weekend, and I hope you had a good Monday morning, Time to grind. So anyway, today I would like to talk about, this is my crime edition I'm going to dish out today. I would like to talk about a young lady named Miss Aliyah Patton. And Miss Aliyah is a 23-year-old mother. Now, she was charged with first-degree murder of her infant daughter. Now, her daughter was born prematurely, so she was in the NICU. It's the baby ICU for approximately 2 months. Let's listen.
Plea date and trial date has been set for a woman accused of killing her 3-month-old baby last September. The trial for Aliyah Patton will take place September 13th through the 24th. A motion plea date is set for August 31st and September 1st.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the article I found online and read to you what it says, and then you guys know how I do my videos. I give my opinion about it toward the end of the video. Now, here it says, according to police, the 3-month-old baby suffered blunt force trauma to the head, along with injuries to the neck consistent with shaken baby syndrome. Okay, and as I said earlier, her child was in the NICU. It's the newborn ICU. It stands for neonatal intensive care unit. Now, her daughter was in there for 2 months. The child started gaining weight and was growing, and she was released after that. However, the police said the child weighed less in September 2020. She left the hospital and she was at home approximately a month before, she started back losing weight. And it goes on to say, Brianna, which is her daughter's name, I'm not going to give her last name. Brianna had some small wounds on her legs and about her body. A detective spoke with Aliyah and the child's father at the hospital. The parents advised during the interview that they were the primary caretakers of Brianna, the affidavit noted. The parents stated one would watch Brianna and the other children while the other parent was at work, so there were other children in the home. The baby's body was sent to the Arkansas State Crime Lab in Little Rock to determine the cause of death. And then on this year, June 7, 2021, the autopsy results were revealed, which showed that the cause of death was a homicide due to malnutrition and other injuries that were listed. Okay. Now, the police go on to say it is believed Aliyah and the father's lack of care caused the death of Brianna due to the extent of the malnutrition and the other injuries. And under her Miranda rights, Patton told police that she was the primary caretaker for the child and that the father would come to the residence to visit, but she was always there with him during the visit. Wow, I have so much to say about this that I can hardly get through with reading this. There's just so much here. First of all, just look at her. She's 23. She looks like a baby herself. And this is really sad, you guys. Let's go here. This is not the first time that Aliyah has gotten into trouble. Back in February, it doesn't say whether it was this year or last year, but in February, she picked up an aggravated assault and endangering the welfare of a minor because she was into it with the minor's mother. And they were arguing. They started the argument at Walmart, and then the argument ended on another street. The victim and her daughter got out of the car. I guess they were still arguing, and Miss Patton attempted to run them over. So I think she got 2 years of probation for that. But this is just a whole nother ball game. Her bail is $5 million. So I do not see her bonding out anytime soon. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just reading the article to make sure I covered everything before I get into my commentary. All right. Okay. That was all. The rest of the articles are pretty much saying the same thing. Okay. My initial reaction regarding this is just what you see on this screen. You see only so much of what somebody is going through on the outside, but there's so much more going on the inside. You know, she's 23 years old and she has children, a child, at least another child or other children at home. And you have Brianna, and she is born prematurely. So you're in and out, you know, you're taking care of the children you have at home, and then you're in and out of the ICU, the neonatal, the newborn ICU, you know, tending to your child that is under special care right now. And Brianna was in the ICU for 2 months. And I can relate to this because I had a grandchild that was born prematurely and she was in the NICU for 3 months. So I understand that all too well. Switching with my daughter, you know, giving her a break. And I'm on the couch 3 days and I go home, pack my bags, and I'm back out of town for a few days. And I go back straight to the hospital, switch out with my daughter because it is very exhausting. It takes a toll on your mental as well because, I mean, there's always something going on. And then you have, you know, all these doctors talking to you, nutritionist, lactate consultant, like everybody is just like, the door does not stop opening to that room. You're just like, okay, now this is going on. Now that is going on. Now this is going on. So I can say that I understand the mental and physical drain, you know. And one of the other things I thought about initially was postpartum depression. Postpartum depression is real. I've had it before. I actually had it with my first child, and I had it for at least 2 to 3 months. I just remember doing all this crying, just crying. I'm like, this is my first child. You know, I should be happy. Why am I crying? You know, why do I have the blues? But it is a real thing. It is depression that you suffer after having a child. So these are some of the first thoughts that are coming to my head, you know, as I just play this over and over again, just trying to figure out what could have happened, what could have went wrong. And I am in no way excusing what happened to this baby. Not in the least, not in the slightest, none of that. But my channel is so many things, but it is definitely a speculation channel, especially when you're not there to see exactly what happened. No one knows exactly what went on behind those 4 walls but Aliyah. I don't know if the other children witnessed anything or not, but she knows, you know, what happened. There's his side, there's her side, and then there's the absolute truth, you know what I'm saying? Because she was in the unit for 2 months. She went home after she started gaining weight and she was better. She was only home for 1 month. I mean, just think, she must have started losing the weight again after 1 or 2 weeks. And you know, you have to notice that your baby is getting smaller and she's not progressing anymore, you know, and that a normal person would be like, okay, my baby is losing weight again. I need to see somebody. I need to make a doctor appointment. So that's why I'm thinking she was, you know, under postpartum depression, because that's not normal to see that your baby is losing weight, to have bruises on your baby's body that are significant with shaken baby syndrome. Something is not all the way right. There's a disconnect somewhere. Something is not clicking and telling her, hey, we need to do something now. Your thinking is off and you have to recognize it. I mean, we're seeing it more and more as in African American mothers. They are just snapping is pretty much what I'm going to label it as, because they're killing themselves, they're killing their children, and you're seeing it more and more. You know, and a lot of people, especially in the African American community, don't want to talk about it. And I'm so glad a lot of these celebrities are speaking up about it, like Taraji Henson and so many others are highlighting mental health. And I am just so glad about that, because we need that. We need that. We need that support. We need to, even talk to our young ladies in the hospital. Hey, if you're having postpartum depression, speak up now. If you're feeling sad in any way, or even after you go home and you feel a certain way, you don't think you're taking good care of the baby, you don't feel like you're getting the help that you need, call somebody. Tell somebody. If you have to, catch a Uber or a Lyft or a cab to the hospital with your baby, do it. Do something. Don't just sit there and watch your baby waste away. And now the baby has these bruises from head to toe. I mean, shaken baby syndrome is frustration 101. You're frustrated. You're tired. The baby is demanding. She was premature. She needs more care than the other children. You're probably not getting a lot of sleep. Tell somebody I'm not okay. My daughters have done that before. They're like, look, I need a break. I'm going crazy. I am not okay. I need you. And I'll be like, okay. And I know when they're serious or when they just want to go out to the club or something. It's nothing like that. I know when to go over there and say, okay, I've kept one of my grandkids up almost a week at one time because I just saw the frustration and the mental breakdown in my child, and I know that she was not okay during that time, and she is much better now. But I was there to say, hey, I got her. Don't worry about it. Free your mind, okay? Just for a little bit. I need you to be okay first so that my grandbaby can be okay. So, guys, tell me what you think about this. I've included some safe haven websites, for moms that just feel like they just cannot do it. And check your state laws on, the safe haven laws as well. But there's some websites just for the moms that just don't think they'll be okay even if they got a little bit of help. So tell me what you guys think about this below. And what do you think? What's your speculation on this? Okay. All right. I am going to let you go for now, and I will work on my next video. Shout out to the notification gang. I love y'all. Bye.